How are your listings going? Because I've seen some pretty interesting stuff happening with listings.
Let's talk about those listings.
Yeah, let's do it.
Oh my gosh. So we had we for one of the listings, we had an open house over the weekend. And I mean, I put ads out. There was all sorts of advertising outside of that, just shared posts and everything. It was obviously advertised on the MLS. There were snacks and all that sort of stuff. 2 families. Oh, and a price drop. We dropped the price about $15,000, and it is now substantially lower than comps per square foot, price per square foot. So, I mean, the house could use a little bit of love, but it's definitely priced well. And we had done all this pre-weekend to plan for this open house to gain some more traction and traffic. And it blows my mind. It's a low tax neighborhood, great lower price for a starter home. It's in Round Rock, just barely east of I-35. And 2 families came through. That is
what was the price on it again?
$435.
Really? So under 500,
or 2.5.
Under 500, low tax rate,
2.2 and some change tax rate.
So I did so one of your articles, Ian, if you want to pull it up now that we're on this, was about the apartment rental prices going up. So if you want to pull that up as we start talking,
there it is.
Here we go. Here's what's interesting. So I have a listing. So speaking about listings, I had a listing that we were on the market. We were obviously overpriced. My seller really couldn't price reduce any further. And what we ended up doing was I said, look, we're at this point. The house is vacant. Let's talk about putting it up for lease at the same time as selling it. Because obviously you need either to lease it or sell it. You're not going to get the price that you want for it right now unless we reduce another, at that time was like another 25 grand. A house across the street, which is not as nice at all. Not as nice floor plan wise as well. Like if you were to buy the 2, everybody would pick our floor plan over. Yet they price reduced it 100 grand below where we were at. 100 G's. And so people are like, well, that house is 100 grand less. Why would we buy your house? I'm like, the floor plan's nicer. Like here's all the reasons why. But when you tell people that, they look at 100 grand. Anyway, we put this thing up for lease, and we put it for lease. Probably $200 higher than I think it should have leased for. Boom. I had people in and out of that door. And what's interesting is there was like 4 other homes for lease in that neighborhood, and it went like that. So it shows you that floor plan was a nice floor plan, everything, but the price just wasn't the right price with what we're seeing in price reductions. But to your point about, and why you sent me this article, what's the increase in rentals?
Well, let's pause for a sec. So, or talk more about that. So in that same neighborhood, there are 2 other houses. I think one is Orchard and one is Open Door, something like that, that are priced ridiculously high.
Yeah.
That are comps for this, but they're sitting there. They've been there for more than 2 months, just sitting there, and they haven't adjusted the price at all. So I think that's damaging a little bit, right? You're probably thinking, well, why is this one so much less? And they've got these sitting here, right? So that's a psychological deterrent. And then we even went and looked at the Open Door option, and Open Door didn't even offer anything close to where we were because they had these other houses sitting there for so long.
Right.
They know the game. They're the ones that caused this, right? Not solely, but they helped cause this issue in isolated neighborhoods, I feel.
Yeah, it's interesting. Like, I think Open Door, Zillow, and all of those companies that did the iBuyer program, a lot of the things that they did are coming to bite them in the butt. But let's also be mindful. Open Door is, as much as we've seen the articles about they were misguiding homeowners or whatever. I think it's really interesting because they do make a lot of money off their other services. And so in real estate, if you look at it in real estate, I can make money selling homes. I can make money flipping homes. There's a lot of ways to make money.
Well,
I can
holding the homes
just
and
holding a
gaining
home.
equity,
Yeah.
right?
I could, Kevin had talked about this a while ago on the channel. Like we could create our own REITs and just like get people. I just felt that it was probably not the best thing to. I could see us getting in a lot of trouble creating a REIT as a YouTube channel and people investing. I just think there's too many issues that could happen, but there's so many things to do. But if I want to make good money on the side, what can I do? I can sign a JV with a lender. I can sign a JV with a title company. I can sign a JV and promote even on this channel. If I wanted to make extra money, I could go to all of these vendors that are out there and go, hey, I will promote you on the YouTube channel. In fact, I've been approached by this, but it said, no, it's not really what I'm looking for. So there's a lot of ways to make money. So I see where Open Door went wrong with trying to deceive people and all this, but the model of having your hands in a lot of pots it's a smart business move. I mean, I get mad at builders for doing that because builders will usually have a relationship with a lender. They do a very terrible job, in my opinion, of disclosing that relationship. They'll have, relationships with title companies so they get better fees and stuff like that. So, it's smart business wise, but I just don't feel like it's always the best thing to do. It's slimy,
Well, and that goes to what's their long-term projection and growth strategy. Are they interested in getting in a market, making a lot of money and getting out? Or are they like I'm going to use Scott Felder as a builder, for example, where they get in and they have top-notch quality and that's all they focus on is the quality. And they know that their name is representative of the quality of work that they're putting in.
Yeah, that's why I like Highland Homes. I just did a video about Highland the other day. I like Highland Homes. Scott Felder's a good one, but you're right. There are certain builders out there that we walk into with a buyer client and we already know like, hey, we're going to see 5 builders today, right? I know for a fact you're going to like this builder the most because when we walk in, you're going to actually see quality. When we walk through their stuff being built, you're going to see, and that's one thing. This is a big tip. You should do a TikTok on this, Ian. Great TikTok for you to do is the fact that you as a buyer, when you're looking at a builder, you should walk through the homes that they're completing and look for the bad work that they're doing or corner cutting. And I would walk through more than just one home, right? Because you're going to walk through the builder, the model home, and it's everything. They put every single dollar that they could waste on that home to get you to write an offer on another home that won't even look close to that. But if you want to see what builders are doing and if they're cutting corners, walk through their job sites. If their job sites are just atrocious and they look bad and it's just awful, you know what you're buying. Thanks for watching this short of the Real Amigos podcast. For more live streams, hit here. For more clips, hit here. We'll catch you on the next one.